In this course, we will learn the fundamentals of Model Context Protocol and the problems it is designed to solve. We will compare MCP with the traditional API approach, highlighting its unique benefits for AI development. The course will cover real-world use cases where MCP is applied effectively. Next, we will explore MCP architecture, including servers, clients, transports, and the difference between standard and custom servers. Finally, we will walk through a live running example by building with an existing MCP server using Cursor. In this course, we will cover the following lessons. So let us start with the first lesson. In this lesson, we will understand what is MCP and the problem it solves. With that, we will also see a quick example. So let us start. Model Context Protocol was developed by Anthropic, the company behind Claude. It is an open standard that enables AI assistants to securely connect with external data sources, tools and services through a unified interface. Designed as a universal connector, MCP goes far beyond simple data retrieval. Its applications span business operations, software development and specialized industries, making it a powerful foundation for integrating AI into diverse workflows. Think of MCP as the USB for AI. Just as USB provides a standardized way to connect peripherals to computers, MCP offers a standardized way to connect data sources to AI models, ensuring compatibility, security and scalability. Now let us see what is the problem MCP solves. AI assistants before MCP such as Cursor were powerful but constrained by several critical gaps. That is, fragmented knowledge, bound to static training data with cutoff dates, unable to evolve with new information. No real-time access, disconnected from live data sources, leaving users without up-to-date insights. Cumbersome context handling. Users had to manually copy and paste information to provide context, slowing workflows. Last one, lack of standardization. Each AI tool relied on custom one-off integrations, creating silos instead of interoperability. In this tutorial, we will use MCP with Cursor AI, using firecrawl MCP for the web scraping use case. Now let us see a basic example before moving towards other lessons as well as our coding example in the end using Cursor AI. So this image displays before MCP as well as after MCP. This illustrates how the firecrawl API enhances the capabilities of an AI assistant by automating web data extraction. Here's a breakdown and its meaning. So before MCP, the AI assistant is unable to fetch data from a website. The user has to manually visit the site, copy the content and paste it back into the conversation. But after MCP, the AI assistant uses MCP to connect with firecrawl. Firecrawl crawls the website and returns structured data automatically. The assistant can now deliver the scrapped content without manual effort from the user. So above we have shown firecrawl, which is an API service that takes a URL, crawls it and converts it into clean markdown or structured data. Firecrawl simplifies web scraping by turning raw website content into usable formats like markdown or structured data, example JSON. This makes it easier for AI tools to understand and work with web content. So in this lesson we saw what is MCP, the problem it solves and a basic example. In this lesson we will understand the difference between the traditional API approach and MCP. Let us start. To understand the difference between the traditional API model and MCP, let us look at the following diagram. The diagram illustrates how the MCP server redefines the interactional model compared to the traditional APIs. It emphasizes MCP's role in providing standardization and abstraction, enabling a more unified and scalable way for agents and models to communicate, something the traditional approach struggles to achieve. As in the previous diagram, under traditional approach, each interaction demands a direct often custom-built API connection. This leads to multiple isolated integrations, increasing complexity and maintenance overhead. While under MCP approach, all models connect through a unified MCP layer. The MCP servers manage the underlying communication, enabling seamless interoperability and a more coherent system architecture. This representation effectively captures how MCP servers streamline multi-model and multi-vendor AI orchestration, reducing fragmentation and fostering smoother collaboration across diverse systems. Let us understand the traditional API model with respect to the MCP server. So under traditional API, each AI model must be integrated separately with its own API. Developers are forced to write distinct code and manage varying request or response formats for every model. This fragmented setup makes scaling and long-term maintenance inefficient. Now let us see the MCP server. All models are accessible through a single standardized MCP protocol. The MCP server acts as a universal abstraction layer, providing one unified interface for requests across vendors. Integrations becomes simpler, interoperability is seamless, and switching or combining models within applications is effortless. So in this lesson we saw the difference between the traditional API approach and MCP. In this lesson we will understand the benefits of MCP for AI development. So let us see. The Model Context Protocol delivers transformative advantages for AI development, addressing critical challenges in building scalable, secure, and future-ready applications. Here are the benefits. First, for AI application developers, seamless integration, that is, it eliminates the need for custom connectors and speed up development. Focus on innovation, that is, dedicates time to enhancing AI features instead of wrestling with API integrations. Future-ready architecture, automatically compatible with new MCP servers, ensuring long-term adaptability. Lower maintenance overhead, benefit from standardized error handling and built-in security practices. Now let us see the benefits for MCP server developers. Cross-platform reach, build once and deploy across multiple platforms effortlessly. Unified tooling, leverage consistent development patterns for efficiency and reliability. Thriving community ecosystem, tap into shared knowledge, tools, and collaborative growth. New business horizons, unlock opportunities by offering specialized data and services. Now let us see the benefit for end users. Seamless experience, AI assistants that intuitively understand and work with your data. Enhanced capabilities, instant access to real-time information for smarter interactions. Privacy control, freedom to decide which data sources you connect and share. Cost efficiency, eliminate redundant integrations and reduce expenses. Now let us see the technical advantages. Type safety, automatic schema validation ensures reliable and predictable data handling. Streaming support, enable continuous real-time data flows for dynamic AI applications. Resource management, optimize connections for performance and scalability. Error standardization, consistent error reporting simplifies debugging and maintenance. So in this lesson we saw what are the benefits of Model Context Protocol for AI development. In this lesson we will see some real-world use cases of Model Context Protocol. So let us start. Model Context Protocol, that is MCP, is rapidly emerging as a cornerstone for AI integration. By enabling systems to interact seamlessly with diverse tools and datasets, MCP ensures security, standardization, and trust in real-world application. Let's explore how MCP is transforming key industries, beginning with healthcare. Secure access to patient records while maintaining privacy safeguards. Integration with medical research databases for evidence-based insights. Real-time symptom checkers powered by live clinical data. Now under finance. Streaming real-time market data for informed decision-making. Advanced portfolio analysis and risk management tools. automated regulatory compliance checks to meet industry standards. Now the education use case for MCP, connection to student information systems for personalized learning, access to global research paper repositories for academic advancement, enhanced learning management systems with AI-driven support. In essence, MCP bridges AI with critical domains, ensuring that innovation is not only powerful but also safe, standardized and scalable. In this lesson, we saw what are the most important use cases of MCP. In this lesson, we will understand the MCP architecture with its components. Let us start. The MCP is built on a client-server architecture, enabling seamless interaction between AI applications, which acts as clients, and specialized data services that function as servers. This communication is facilitated through a standardized protocol ensuring consistency, reliability and interoperability across different systems. The architecture of MCP, as shown in the image, can be understood through three core components. The first one is AI client, that is applications that request and consume contextual data. Second is MCP protocol, that is the standardized communication layer that governs how requests and responses are exchanged. The third one is MCP servers, dedicated services that provide structural data and context to the AI clients. Together, these components form a cohesive ecosystem where AI systems can efficiently access, process and leverage contextual information. Now let us see the overview of AI client and MCP protocol. AI client oversees the user interface and manages conversational flows. It coordinates which MCP servers are engaged to provide tools and resources, serves as the intermediary between end users and the underlying AI or automation services, handles session management and user consent, maintaining strict security boundaries across servers. Now let us see what is an MCP protocol. It defines a standardized communication framework typically built on JSON, RPC, specifies message formats, authentication mechanisms, error handling and support for streaming interactions, ensures seamless interoperability between clients and servers while upholding security and access control policies. Now let us see the third component, that is MCP servers. MCP servers form the backbone of the MCP architecture. They are designed to deliver functionality in a modular, secure and context-aware way. On-demand capabilities, that is MCP servers provide access to data sources, specialized tools or custom logic whenever required. Protocol-driven functions, they expose operations such as web scraping, search, data extraction and other utilities through standardized protocol primitives. In our case, we will do web scraping through firecrawl. Isolated processes, that is each server runs independently, either locally or remotely, and is restricted to only the specific data needed for a given request, ensuring strict context boundaries and minimizing risk. So in this lesson, we understood what is an MCP architecture. We also understood the three components of MCP architecture. In this lesson, we will understand the MCP servers, clients and transports. Let's see. The MCP architecture includes the MCP clients, servers and transports. So we will understand them one by one using JSON-like code snippet. The first is MCP clients. This is the AI interface that users interact with. Some examples include Cursor AI, ChatGPT. Okay, as in the JSON-like example, we have shown the client as Cursor AI and defined its roles and responsibilities. The second one is MCP servers. It is the specialized service that provide data or tools. The type of servers can be data, tool or hybrid servers. Data servers, as we are considering firecrawl for web scraping. It can also include databases or APIs. The tool servers include your image processors or calculators, whereas hybrid include both data and tools. Here is a JSON-like code snippet showing the server we are using as firecrawl, defining its roles and capabilities. We already told you that we'll be using the web scraping example with firecrawl and cursor. The third one is transport, that is the communication channels. It is how client and servers communicate. The transport types includes basically STDIO, HTTP and SSH. So let us understand all three of them one by one. Beginning with STDIO, that is standard input output. It is used commonly for local development. We will also use this in our firecrawl example. This is basically used for standard input output. In the JSON-like example, we have also shown the command with the environment, that is the API key we'll be adding for firecrawl. The second one is HTTP, that is WebSockets. Okay, in this we have shown the command which we used before to set the environment. With that we have also set the URL and the headers. Since we'll work on our local system, so we will use localhost. This is basically used for remote servers as well as it helps in enabling scaling. The third one is SSH, that is secure shell. This is used for secure remote connections as well as for enterprise environments. Now let us see a quick example for transport communications. In this we have used STDIO for standard input output with the environment variable setup. So I just told you about this command in which we'll be using the firecrawl API. Okay. So in our last lesson we will see this example. So guys, in this lesson we understood what is an MCP client, server as well as transport communication. We also saw the types of the transport, that is STDIO, HTTP and SSH. In this lesson we will understand the difference between the standard as well as custom MCP servers. We will also see the advantages and disadvantages. Let's start. So the MCP servers can be pre-built or created from scratch, that is custom MCP servers. Let us understand them. Beginning with standard MCP servers, which as the name suggests are pre-built and community maintained. That provides regular updates and also considered reliable. Some examples of the standard MCP servers are firecrawl MCP, Postgres MCP. As suggested before, we'll be using the firecrawl MCP. Okay, it is well documented, tested, it provides regular updates. So these were the advantages. The disadvantages include that it has limited customization because it is a standard MCP server. It may not fit specific needs of yours. That means if you need a specific integration or feature, maybe it won't have it because it is pre-built. It is dependent on who is maintaining it. For example, the firecrawl MCP, it is purely dependent on who developed it. The next one is custom MCP, that is the one which you develop according to your needs. For example, your company's internal API, any of your specialized tool for MCP, a proprietary database, it is according to your exact requirements. You have full control on it. Okay, you can provide specific integrations and it is unique according to your business requirements. You can set a specialized processing logic for it. So these are custom, that is built from scratch by you. Here is the difference. Somehow we just discussed the same. That is the standard and custom MCP server. Now let us understand the standard MCP server more. These are widely used. These are well documented, typically open source or third-party services. For example, under firecrawl, we can create a web crawler. It is like a web crawler or indexing tool for data collection or scraping. PostgreSQL is a database. It is a robust relational database system for storing structured data. GitHub, as we all know, it is used for version control. File system or local or networks file storage system for handling data. These components can be integrated with minimal customization because they are already built and are often used across many tech stacks. Now let us understand the custom MCP server. These are in-house solutions which are basically designed according to your own needs and the needs of the MCP architecture. Through this you can optimize the performance, provide specific capabilities because it offers flexibility. Now here are the components. Let's say the first one, internal API server. It handles your internal communication between servers, often with custom endpoints. Specialized tools, as the name suggests, these are custom built utilities for tasks like transformation, analytics, parsing and others. Proprietary logic, business specific, these are business specific algorithms or workflows. Optimized handlers, that is performance tuned models for managing requests, errors or data flow. Since these MCP servers are custom coded, it gives you complete control and easily integrate with other systems. So guys, we saw what are standard and custom MCP servers. We also saw the difference. We'll be using the standard MCP server, that is firecrawl, for web scraping in the next lesson. In this lesson, we will learn how to build with existing MCP server. So we will perform web scraping with firecrawl MCP server on Windows using Cursor. Let us start. Since we already discussed MCP servers in the previous lessons, MCP was developed by Anthropic. It is an open protocol that enables AI assistants to securely connect with external data sources, tools and services through a standardized interface. So in the previous lessons we discussed about MCP servers. Now let us see the steps to perform web scraping with firecrawl MCP using Cursor. So we will be using Cursor to code with AI. So let us see the steps to work with MCP servers. In the first step, we will download and install Cursor. Cursor ID is an AI powered code editor built as a fork of VS Code, designed to make software development faster and more intuitive by combining traditional IDE features with advanced AI assistance. It leverages large language models to help developers write, refactor and understand code. It is essentially a modified version of VS Code, enriched with AI features like autocomplete, natural language prompts and intelligent debugging. Cursor is available on Windows, Mac OS and Linux. We will focus on Windows in this lesson. In the second step, we will install Node.js, which will be useful for us to work with existing MCP server. After that, we will go to the firecrawl official website to sign up. Then we will generate a free API key from the firecrawl website. After that, we will open the Cursor and go to the Cursor settings so that we can easily create a new MCP server according to step 6. While creating MCP server, we will use mcp.json. First, we will understand what is this file about. Then we will add our code inside this. That will also include setting environment using the API key. After that, we will use Cursor chat so that we can add a prompt and scrap a website. We'll be using our own website to scrap. After that, we will check the installed MCP servers. Since we are focusing on a single MCP server, so we will check the same. In the end, we will check the activity log also. So let us start with the building an existing MCP server for web scraping. Let us now begin with the first step to download and install the Cursor ID. On Google, type Cursor, press enter. On pressing enter, the official website is visible. Click on it. After reaching the official website, the download for Windows button is visible. We are on a Windows system, so I'll click download for Windows. The download started. Let's wait. We have downloaded the exe file of Cursor. Right click and click open to begin the installation. Minimize. The setup started. Select I accept the agreement and click next. Now select the destination location. Cursor will get installed in program files, which is fine. It will take 734 MB. Click next. Select start menu folder. Click next. Select additional task. Here we will select create a desktop icon and click next. Ready to install. So this is the summary, click install. Now cursor will get installed. Let's wait. We have installed cursor. When I'll click finish, it will launch because launch cursor is by default selected. We also have a desktop shortcut now, so we can also click here. So I'll click finish. Now cursor will launch for the first time. Cursor opened, we need to sign up. Click sign up. We can continue with Google, GitHub or Apple or add a new email ID. I'll click continue with Google. So here, let's say I'll go for my company account. You can use any Gmail ID. You can also use a basic gmail.com ID. I'll click here. Give the permission to cursor. Click continue. You are currently logged in as the following email ID. So this will show your email ID. Click yes login. Feel free to return to cursor. Minimize. Here it is, cursor is visible. The preferences are visible. Key bindings, user profile for keyboard shortcuts. Keep the default as VS Code. Chat language, you can change the language from here. I'll keep the default English. Open cursor from terminal. For that you need the cursor command. It will get installed here. No problem, just click continue. Select the appearance. This is the ID layout. The following is the agent layout like this. I'll keep the default. With that, the theme options are provided. I'll keep the dark only and click continue. Welcome to cursor. Click continue. The cursor is now visible. Let us minimize this, and now in the second step we will install Node.js. Go to the browser. On Google type Node.js. Press enter. Now the official website is visible, nodejs.org. Click on it. Here is the official website. Directly click get Node.js. Now the versions are visible for Node.js. I'll go below. We want for Windows. Okay, click Windows installer, that is .msi file. The download started, let's wait. We have downloaded the exe file of Node.js. Right click and click open to begin the installation. Minimize. The setup started, click next. Next. Select I accept the terms, click next. Under destination folder, here is the folder where Node.js will get installed. It will get installed in program files. Not a problem, click next. Custom setup, it will install the Node.js as well as the npm package manager. Click next. Click next. Click install. Node.js installed successfully. Click finish. Let us verify the installation. Go to start, type cmd. Click open. Here type node-v and press enter. This shows that we successfully installed Node.js. Close this. Now in the third step we will sign up for firecrawl. Go to the browser. Here on Google type firecrawl and press enter. The official website is visible, firecrawl.dev. Click on it. The official website is visible, firecrawl.dev. We need to sign up first. Click sign up. Here you can create a new account or continue with Google or continue with GitHub. I'll click continue with Google. So you can use any of your Gmail IDs, whether it's a basic gmail.com ID or a company specific. Let's say I'll use my company specific email ID. You can use any Gmail ID. After clicking the email ID, allow, give the permission, click continue. So we logged into firecrawl successfully. Now go to cursor. After reaching cursor, go to settings. Click the file menu, click preferences and select cursor settings. Here click tools and MCP. Installed MCP servers section is visible. Okay, you need to click add custom MCP. So now mention the code under mcp.json. What is this mcp.json? It is the configuration file that tells your AI client, such as cursor, which MCP servers to load and how to connect to them. It is the control center for your MCP ecosystem. So in this we need to add a command. For that we will go to the official website of firecrawl and reach the official documents so that we can get the code for Windows. Let's go. Under firecrawl.dev, click docs. Now you will reach the official document. Here is the link. From the left under get started, select MCP server. Now go below and the codes will be visible for firecrawl. Okay. Here it is. To configure firecrawl MCP, open cursor settings, then select new MCP server and use this code. Okay, so this is the command I was talking about. Add the command in mcp.json from the following website. If you are using Windows, go for this command. We will also explain this complete command later. Okay, so let us add. Okay, so we will add here now. Press enter and here mention firecrawl -mcp. Add a new bracket and within this mention the command. So this is the same command which we were talking about. To add the command under double quotes, okay, copy this. Now go to your cursor and just paste the command. Here it is. Okay. Remove the following. Now under this add your API key. So from where we will get the API key? From the official website. Here click API keys and a default API key got created. You can also create a new API key from here by clicking create. So I'll just take this API key and click here to copy it. Copy to clipboard. Okay. Now I'll go to cursor and just select this and paste it so that it can be replaced. Now we have added it. I think one of the quotes are double. So here is our code. We can also change the font by going to cursor settings and selecting font here. Click editor settings and from here click editor settings. Click open. Here mention the font as 18 and that's it. Now close this and when you'll go here you can see the font increased. Now what is this code about? Let us understand. First comes MCP servers. This is the root object. It is a container for all server configurations. Firecrawl MCP, we could have also added firecrawl here. It is just a unique name. It is a unique name for this server used in logging and debugging and can be anything descriptive. Then comes your command. Okay, this is the Windows command processor. Set firecrawl API key is used to set the environment variable and this is our API key. And is to run next command after first succeeds. npx-y firecrawl MCP is used to download and run firecrawl MCP server. Here firecrawl MCP is the following. If you'll add firecrawl here only, the same should be here. Now what is npx? npx is the command line tool that comes bundled with Node.js. Its purpose is to execute Node.js packages directly without requiring a global installation. Think of it as run this npm package immediately even if I don't have it installed globally. This command tells the system to use npx to run a package. Here -y and firecrawl MCP are arguments where -y automatically answers yes to any prompts, so it won't ask you to confirm installation. And I just told you about this. Okay, this sets an environment variable so the package can authenticate with firecrawl's API. Now I'll go to file and click save all. What will happen in the next steps? The cursor will read this mcp.json file, which is for configuration. It finds the firecrawl server configuration and executes the command in order. This will establish the MCP protocol connection. Okay. Now we will go to cursor chat. After the command is entered with the API key under mcp.json, let us reach the chat section of cursor. For that, press Ctrl L. And here is the chat section. Keep the default as agent. Model as auto. You can change the model or search for any models. From here you can add the context. We will use @. This is used to open the browser. The following is to upload an image, and this is used to provide voice input. Now let us add the context. We are using it for web scraping. Now let us give the context. I'll just mention mcp.json. Here it is. After that, what I'll do, I'll type the prompt. What will happen? The cursor will read mcp.json. It will then find the firecrawl server configuration and execute the command in order. That is the following command. What will happen? This will establish the MCP protocol connection, and now the firewall server is available in cursor chat. I'll type get the title from any 10 links from the website studiopedia.com. We are considering our own website. You can add any website and keep the selection as agent and this as auto. You can search the models from here, but I'll keep the default auto. Click here. It will ask for the permissions first. Click run. And now it is considering our firecrawl MCP. Here it is. We are having our links here. Click show more and here are the links. Click run again. Now let's see what will happen. Okay, it is showing us the links. Here are the links. Here are the links. This is the locale, language, URL, viewport, description, and all other details which is provided us by scrapping. So guys, we saw how we can perform web scrapping with Cursor AI using firecrawl. Now if you want to check your MCP servers, go to the cursor settings again. If you are unable to find, go to file, click preferences and select cursor settings, which we saw before, right? After reaching cursor settings, click tools and MCP, and this is your installed MCP server right now which we are using. If you want to create a new one, click new MCP server. Okay, now let us go to our firecrawl, click usage and then activity logs. Here it is, you can see we used it today, and this is the web scraping provided. From here you can download it in Markdown or JSON. Okay, so here is the detail. I'll close this. It is providing us the credits used. We are having some free credits under the free account, and this is what we are getting right now. The time is also visible, the endpoint as well as the URL. Now when I'll go to usage, it is showing credits used 1. We are having 500 credits, we have used only 3. If we'll click run here again, it will run again and scrap the website more, like this. We can also skip this option and get the entire data. So it is providing us all the links. You can see skip here, or I could have also updated these settings. So these are the links provided. So guys, we saw how we can use MCP on cursor using firecrawl to scrap a website. We used our own demo website. You can use any website. Okay, and here your installed MCP servers are visible. Here are various types of questions we can ask in the cursor chat tab for web scraping. That is, scrap the main content from a website, extract all text from the website, get the latest articles from, let's say, a news website, scrap product information from any e-commerce URL. These are basic scrapping questions. Then you can use the structured data extraction, like extracting all headings and paragraphs, scrap tables, get all links, extract metadata like title, description and others. Then comes your advanced scrapping request, scrap only the main article content, ignore navigation and ads, extract specific data, get images, scrap data from multiple pages. Then comes your technical questions, like how do I handle JavaScript rendered content with firecrawl? Can I scrap websites that require authentication? You can also ask this under cursor chat. Then you can go for the project specific questions, like help me build a web scrapper for a specific use case. So we saw how to perform web scraping with firecrawl MCP server using cursor. Thank you for watching the video. Guys, if you liked the video, you can directly go to our channel and support us by subscribing and joining. Click on the join button. Herein you can support us, okay, by clicking join here. And you can also go to any of our video, okay, herein click on the 3 dots and click thanks. You can also directly support us here, okay. Thank you for watching.